Hello and welcome to the Tracy Show. As you know, on this channel, I stated I love to talk about history, especially Black history. And today I want to talk about the Rosewood Massacre decimates Black Florida community. I don't think that this story is talked about as much as it should be, and it definitely is not taught in schools. Now, there's so much to this story that I can only give it to you maybe like in part 1, part 2, or part 3, but I thought I would get into the most important part of how it tore the Black Florida community apart. Let's get into it. On the first day of 1923, white vigilante mobs began their descent upon the predominantly Black community Rosewood, Florida, in an attack that would last several days. They pow-powed and beat Black residents, set buildings aflame, and razed the small but prosperous mill town that was home to approximately 200 people. The picture of the Carrier family is very important because they were a prominent family in Rosewood, Florida, and played a significant role in the Rosewood Massacre of 1923. The events unfolded after a white woman in the neighboring town of Sumner claimed she had been assaulted by an unidentified Black man. This sparked a wave of racial violence targeted the Black community in Rosewood. Here are some key points that you should know about the Carrier family. Sarah Carrier was a laundress who worked for the Taylor family in the Sumner, according to UCF Stars. On the morning of the alleged assault on Fannie Taylor, Sarah Carrier was present and disputed Taylor's claim, stating she saw a white man leaving the house. She later took refuge in her home with many other residents, including children, as the violence escalated. She was ultimately unalived when a white man mobbed and attacked her home on January 4th, 1923. Sylvester Carrier, Sarah's son, was known for his independence and marksmanship. When the mob attacked the Carrier home, he bravely defended the people inside, firing back and unaliving 2 white attackers, according to History.com. He was unalived during the attack, according to History.com as well. Aaron Carrier, Sarah's nephew, was also a target of the white mob. He was reportedly taken from his home, tied to a car, dragged to Sumner, and severely beaten before the sheriff intervened. He was taken to Gainesville for protective custody. James Carrier, Sylvester's brother and Sarah's son, James Carrier was partially paralyzed from a stroke. He fled to the swamps, but later returned seeking protection from a white turpentine mill supervisor. However, the mob found him, tortured him for the information about the escaped convict Jesse Hunter, and forced him to dig his own grave before fatally pow-powing him, according to Wikipedia. Earlier that day, Fannie Taylor, a white resident of Sumner, a nearby North Florida town, had been heard screaming in her own home. When a neighbor arrived, Taylor, visibly beaten, claimed that a Black man had assaulted her. They reported the alleged attack to the sheriff, and James Taylor, Fannie's husband, gathered a white mob to search for a Black man who might be his wife's assailant. According to the official 1993 Florida State report on the incident. Some from the local community recounted that a white man, possibly a lover, was seen visiting Fannie Taylor that morning. Some speculate that he may have been the one who assaulted her and that she fabricated the story of a black assailant to hide her affair. The sheriff's office, without evidence, had already chosen a suspect, Jesse Hunter, a black prisoner who had recently escaped a chain gang. Under the guise of finding Hunter, white mobs staged a multi-day attack on Rosewood. They torched all the town homes and churches, shot at residents fleeing the blazes, held firefights with residents defending their homes, and lynched several men they accused of harboring Hunter. Many Rosewood residents fled in terror, often just in their nightclothes, to nearly swamps to hide from the mobs. While some estimates have ranged higher, the official death count included at least 6 black residents and 2 white attackers. As news of what was occurring in Rosewood spread, falsely casting the town's black residents as instigators, more white men joined the violent mobs, including Ku Klux Klan members. Some black residents were able to escape via train to Gainesville. The story of the Rosewood Massacre was largely ignored until 1982, when a St. Petersburg Times reporter wrote a series of articles about its history. This led the town's remaining survivors in their old age to demand restitution from the state. In 1994, the Florida State Legislature passed a bill that allotted the 9 living survivors $150,000 each, with significantly smaller sums to descendant families, just half of whom received more than $2,000. The bill established a scholarship for Rosewood descendants to receive a Florida State University, college, or post-secondary education free of tuition. The bill is considered the first of its kind. No legislative body in the U.S. had previously given reparations to black people. In 1997, director John Singleton dramatized the massacre in his 1997 film, Rosewood. Unfortunately, this great director and producer passed away on April 28th, 2019. Mr. Singleton, we stand on your shoulders, and we definitely love the movies that you have brought to the culture. And to the audience, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for listening. And stay tuned until the next video. Again, like, share, comment, and subscribe.